Have you ever wondered why linemen in other trades, like people that work in the oil and gas industries, wear long sleeve and pants all day long, no matter the weather, the temperature? There's a very important reason why. And that right there is why we as linemen or electricians or oil and gas people or welders wear this clothing called FR. Now, FR stands for fire resistant or fire retardant clothing. Hi, my name is Austin. I'm a journeyman lineman, been working in the lineman trade since 2017. I became a journeyman in 2020. Now that I've been a journeyman for 3.5 years roughly or so, FR is a big part of the lineman trade. Something I wear every single day. Well, because I kind of need to. And the reason why is because linemen, they're obviously working on high voltage things that can kill us instantly. You know, if you're thinking you're working on a circuit overhead distribution line that has a voltage of 7200 phase to ground or 12,470 volts phase to phase, it takes nothing but that to kill you. It's important not only because if you get in an accident or situation where you create an arc flash, we have to wear this fire resistant clothing for our safety. The thing about an arc flash is this: an arc flash can reach up to temperatures of 35,000 degrees Fahrenheit. That approximately is 4 times hotter than the surface of the sun. If you're dealing with those kind of temperatures, it's probably pretty important to have some clothing on that's gonna help alleviate any of those arc flashes that happen maybe in your face or around your body. You're not gonna get completely burnt. Now, you gotta think, an arc flash, 35,000 degrees Fahrenheit, approximately 4 times hotter than the surface of the sun, is easily gonna create some disabling second and third degree burns to your body, especially if you don't have the right equipment, the right PPE on your body. Let's kind of hop into what is FR and what trades use FR for the personnel's safety. FR clothing is, like I said, fire resistant clothing that inherently helps protect a person from flames or arc flashes, or really in general heat. Most FR clothing is made from specific fabrics or additives added to fabrics to help it be flame resistant. Most flame resistant or all flame resistant clothing is gonna have some sort of flame resistant rating. Now, I did this quick little test where I had a shirt that was just a normal white t-shirt and lit it on fire. Here we have just a regular t-shirt that's just cotton polyester from Ross or wherever. Watch how fast this one catches on fire. This thing is on fire and it's gonna smolder. Not good. Then I took an old FR high-vis shirt I had and I did the same thing. I lit it on fire. Here we have a Cat 2. This is an old FR shirt I have. And watch as I ignite this. This is an old shirt too. Usually these are pretty worn out and they could start on fire. But here, it smolders out. It does not stay on fire at all. So that's why the FR is a lot better for us with arc flashes. That one is still on fire. Now the thing about FR is that as soon as the ignition or the flame is gone, there is no more. It does not continue to burn. Unlike the ugly regular t-shirt, that thing will just completely burn until there's nothing left to burn, and the fabric will melt into your skin and will cause significant burn damage. FR does the complete opposite. It smolders at the fire. It will not continue to burn as long as the ignition is gone. For us linemen working around electricity, all our FR apparel is arc rated. There are several different kinds of FR clothing out there that they're made of different materials. So the first one we have is inherent FR fabrics. These fabrics have flame resistant chemicals built into the fabric, into the structure of the shirt. They do not rely on chemicals for their flame resistant. A couple examples of inherent FR is things like Nomex or Kevlar material. The The second kind of FR is treated FR fabrics. These fabrics are made flame resistant through chemical treatments. A couple examples would be like treated cotton or just other treated blends of clothing. Now, the third kind of FR is blended FR fabrics. Now, these kind of fabrics include both inherent fabrics and treated fabrics to create an FR fabric. An example of this would be like if you had Nomex and you combined it with cotton fabrics, and from the two, it creates fire-resistant clothing. Now, like I was saying earlier, in the lineman trade or any electrical trade you'd work in, like there's many different trades, seems like a lineman or electrician or working in an industrial setting where there's big generators, or there's the cause or the possibility of arc flashes, or you're working electricity either way. All our FR clothing has an arc rating. Now, these arc ratings are crucial for basically telling us how much that the FR is rated for when it comes to an arc flash. Like I was saying, an arc flash could reach temperatures of 35,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, it's important, if you're hopefully never, but if somehow there's an arc flash that happens, that you're protected. When it comes to arc flashes and arc ratings, you'll have what's called a ATPV. Now, ATPV stands for Arc Thermal Performance Value. Now, because I'm not smart enough just to spit this off the top of my head, really what the arc value is rated off is the amount of incident energy in calories per square centimeter that a fabric can absorb before there is a 50% chance of causing a second-degree burn. To me, to you, that might sound like gibberish. What I do know is that for the most part, for us linemen, we have to wear a minimum of Cat 2 and an arc rating of 8.7 calories per square centimeter. That's kind of the base level of FR that we need to wear on the outside protection. Now, you'll have category 1, 2, and 3, and 4. And I'll kind of explain what those all mean exactly and the importance of those. But all our FR, they have a arc rating to protect us from arc flashes. Exactly like if this shirt is rated for 8.7 calories per centimeter square, that means that this fabric can withstand the amount of energy from an arc flash without causing a second-degree burn 50% of the time. Basically, that means that this fabric is pretty good. It's going to protect me for the most part. Now, if a flash like that happens, depending on what you have for safety glasses, or if you have a face shield on, those also have ratings, and they can have ratings. And that's going to obviously determine the value of how much damage you could receive if there was an arc flash happen to you. You probably have some syringe tear, your facial features could get burned. But as far as majority of your body that gets exposed to the arc flash, like your body, like your chest, your arms, your legs, with FR clothing on, it's going to help protect from that FR flash way more than just if you had a regular pair of pants or regular shirt on of some sorts. A lot of shirts, pants, things, sweatshirts have category ratings. You'll have category 1, which is like a very base layer of FR clothing. They usually have a rating of ATPV of 4 calories centimeter squared or greater. This is typically just like single layer, thin FR clothing that you'd wear on the base. So typically, for the most part, if you're working around energized sources, you're gonna have to have something over that, because the minimum is a Cat 2 for us working around electricity. Now, for a Cat 2, like this, is an ATPV rating of 8 calories per centimeter squared or greater. And now that's usually the bare minimum. Like I was saying, for us linemen working, we need to have a minimum of a Cat 2 as an outside layer for protection against arc flashes. So then you'll have a category 3, and the category 3 usually has a rating of ATPV of 25 calories per centimeter squared or greater, which is even better. Those are things like probably your sweatshirts or thicker pullover hoodies of sorts. Then the last is the category 4, and usually category 4 has an ATPV rating of 40 calories per centimeter squared or greater. And now that is really things like a big pullover sweatshirt, a big jacket of sorts, or big overalls are going to get category 3 or 4, which they're just thicker fabrics. Most of the time you have to wear a category 3 or 4 if you're like working around very heavily energized sources where the potential of an arc flash could happen. and you'll most likely have like a face shield on and everything else that is required by the utility or company to wear in those sort of situations. So this kind of brings you into where this all kind of comes from. So flame resistant clothing kind of came along through the NFPA. Now, NFPA stands for the National Fire Protection Association. Section 70E is kind of where it specifically talks about fire resistant clothing for people who have the potential of catching on fire through whether that's through heat, sparks, or arc flashes. Now, just for instance, like this shirt here is a Dragon Wear Category 2 arc rating of 8 shirt. Now, this shirt means that I can wear this in working in the lineman trade. This is the minimum requirements that I need for the most part. It's thin, it's very durable, it's stretchy. One of my favorite shirts and favorite brands to wear. They make some of the best. This shirt is very comfortable. It has a UV protection. It's got a little hood on it too, so you can wear your hard hat over it. It protects the back of your neck from the sun. It has a lot of key features, and this shirt is very comfortable and it complies with the NFPA 70E. It's also Category 2, so it provides significant protection against or suitable for moderate risk task. It also has an arc rating of 8.7 calories per centimeter squared, meaning it can protect against arc flashes up to this energy level. There's a bunch of different FR companies out there, and Dragon Wear is one of my favorite for uppers, shirts and jackets and sweatshirts. And here I have a Dragon Wear hoodie that I got. This has a rating of Cat 3, which is a little bit thicker, and an arc rating of 28. So 28 calories per centimeter squared and a Cat 3, so it's a little bit more protection. Now, some places they might require that. Just for instance, the ingredients to make the sweatshirt, it's 48% monocrylic, 38% lyocell, 9% taurin, and 5% spandex. So it's a very, very comfortable sweatshirt. One of my favorite sweatshirts. I don't even wear the sweatshirt at work, honestly, because I like it so much. It's so comfortable and it looks really, really good. But you have several different brands of FR. You have Wrangler, you have Ariat, you have Carhartt, you have Bulwark. You have all these different brands of FR that make pretty good products. And I kind of have my favorite when it comes to all of them. Wrangler makes a great pair of pants, of course. Like these Wrangler pants, these have a ATPV rating of 21, an arc rating. So 21, that's pretty good. That's higher than the shirt. This Ariat FR shirt, this shirt is a Cat 2, and it has arc flash flame resistant standard. Does not say what the arc flash, but it says it meets the standard. So this is a Cat 2 shirt. And like I said, most of these shirts and things we wear, it's got to be Cat 2 minimum. Either way, FR clothing is very important in the lineman trade. If you want to get in a trade that has electrical hazards or flame hazards or heat hazards, a lot of things like that, FR clothing may be required, and either the company pays for it or they don't. But either way, FR apparel will save lives. I've seen it save lives. I've seen it protect people as it should. If you wanted to get into a trade like the lineman trade, FR clothing is something that you're gonna have to wear every single day. Long sleeves, pants, no matter the temperature, no matter how hot it is, no matter the conditions you're working in. FR clothing is one of the most important PPE aspects that we have to wear on a day-to-day basis. It's important to find some stuff that's fun, comfortable, nice to look in. And Dragon Wear is being one of my favorite for when it comes to upper stuff, like shirts or sweatshirts. They make great products, but there's also a lot of other good ones out there like Ariat, Wrangler, Carhartt, Bulwark. A lot of companies out there. You can just search up FR apparel or FR clothing and you'll be able to see it right there on Google. Hopefully you can learn from this video what FR clothing is and the importance of it, of why linemen, why we have to wear, our firefighters or people that are working in the oil and gas industries have to wear arc rated or flame resistant rated, ATPF rated clothing to protect us from flames, arc flashes, heat, and things of that sort in the industries that we work in that cause significant concern for causing significant damage. With Blue Collar EDU, I'm here to expose, teach, educate you about blue collar career opportunities and things that'll help you get started in a skilled trade. And with that being said, I'll catch you on the next one.